Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. In this video, I would like to explain research proposal of mine. My name is Halimatussa'diah. My title is The Correlation Between Student Vocabulary Mastery and Reading Comprehension of Different English Text Types. Background of study. In learning English skills, students have to enrich a lot of vocabulary, and reading is not the exception. When ranked 2006 stated that vocabulary is the most factor in reading. With mastering various vocabularies, it would be easier for students to understand the meaning of words and sentences in the text. Review studies. There are several studies in the past that conduct research about vocabulary mastery and reading comprehension. The first one is the correlation between student vocabulary mastery and their reading comprehension in descriptive text by Nadia Aprilia 2019, Ariska Miftah Fadir 2015 about the correlation of student vocabulary mastery and reading comprehension in narrative text, and then Januar Sabta Budiman 2016 in his research the correlation between student vocabulary mastery and reading comprehension in the context. Those several research investigate only one kinds of English text, such as descriptive, narrative, and recount. There is no research that using different English texts. Research question. In this research, there are three research question, which is how is the correlation between student vocabulary mastery and reading comprehension of descriptive text, then how is the correlation between student vocabulary mastery and reading comprehension of narrative text, and the last, how is the correlation between student vocabulary mastery and reading comprehension of recount text. Objective of the research: first, to investigate whether there is correlation between students' vocabulary mastery and reading comprehension of descriptive text. Second, to investigate whether there is correlation between students' vocabulary mastery and reading comprehension of narrative text. Third, to investigate whether there is correlation between students' vocabulary mastery and reading comprehension of recount text. Significance of the research. This study is expected to give contribution to others, especially for English teachers and future researchers. When the teacher know the correlation between vocabulary mastery and reading comprehension, it may help them to figure out some appropriate strategies in order to help their students to comprehend the text. Scope and limitation. The researcher focused on whether there is correlation between student vocabulary mastery and their reading comprehension of different English text types. Those different English text types are descriptive, narrative, and recount. Definition of kitab. First, correlation. Second, vocabulary mastery. Third, reading comprehension. Fourth, English text types. Literature review. Anthony 1978 state if the student have mastered word or vocabulary much, he is able to help student in increasing speaking, writing, listening, and reading skill. Moreover, student will understand language and the context. So student, if they want to master language skill, they have to master vocabulary first. Then reading comprehension is the process to constructing meaning by coordinating a number of complex processes each word, that whole word that include in sentence. It means that reading with comprehension is student understand what have been read. And then English text type. There is three kind of text types, which is descriptive, narrative, and then recount. Descriptive is to describe something such as people, things, or animals, and then narrative text is text who have function to entertain readers or listener about the story. And then recount text is text which retell event or experience in the past. Research design. In this study, researcher will use quantitative approach. Data and source of data. Data for research question will be student score test. The source of data will be 9 grade students of SMA Pawiatan Surabaya who have already learned 3 kinds of English text type, which is descriptive, narrative, and recount. Data instrument. In this research, the instrument is test. Data collection technique. The total of tests that should be done by student is 4. So student will do 4 different tests, which is vocabulary mastery test and reading comprehension test, which is descriptive text test, and then narrative text test and recount text test. Data analysis technique. To analyze the data, researcher will use Pearson product moment correlation coefficient by SPSS 16 program for Windows.